Hi, Chris here from AlarmSystemStore.com. Today I want to talk to you about user codes on the Honeywell Lynx L3000 system. Specifically, what those different codes are for and how to set up and edit those various user codes. Okay, first code we want to talk about today is the installer code, otherwise known as user 01. This installer code is very important because it's the only code that allows entry into the programming mode on the L3000. The factory default installer code is 4112. That can, however, be changed in Star 20 section, and we do recommend that you change that. But that being said, if you do change it, make sure you never forget it. All right, here we are at our L3000, and we're going to now change our installer code. So the first thing we need to do to change that is to get into programming mode. So we'll use our old installer code, 4112, followed by 800. We're going to enter programming mode. I'm going to enter star 20. Now at this point, we're going to input our new code. So let's go 2114 to make it easy. 2, you'll notice it says 2, 1, 1, 4. Gives us 3 beeps. That tells us we're good. Now it goes ahead and defaults to the next programming section. We're going to star 99 out of there. We don't want to change anything else right now. So star 99. Now let's just see if that took. And we're going to enter installer programming mode now. 2114 800. Entering programming mode. So we were successful. Again, star 99 and get out. The next code we want to talk about is the master code. The master code allows access to all the normal functions of the system, like arm and disarm. The master code can also be used to assign up to 6 secondary user codes. So let's step over to the table and take a look at how to set those up. Okay, so now we're talking about the master code and secondary codes. So we're going to actually, let's change our master code now. The default is 1234. We're going to change it to 4321. Now I want to explain these key punches because I have to do them pretty quickly. Honeywell doesn't give you much time to punch this in before it times out, and you'll have to do it again. So our key punch code that we're going to enter is our master code plus the 8, the code key, plus our user number, which is going to be 02 since we're changing our master code, plus our new secondary code 2 times. So let's give that a try. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, user 02, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give me 3 beeps. That's good. So now our master code has been changed to 4321. Let's check that out. 4, 3, 2, 1, off.
Disarmed. Ready to arm.
Very good. Now let's add a code. Let's add a user 3 code using that master code. 4, 3, 2, 1, 8, 0, 3. And let's go 1, 2, 3, 5. And then we'll check that out. 1, 2, 3, 5.
Disarmed. Ready to arm.
Now let's say we want to, let's delete that user 3 that we just put in. This is a little simpler. We enter the master code plus the code key plus the user number. That was user number 3. So master code 43803. Now that user 3 should be gone. So 1, 2, 3, 5 should do nothing. Perfect. And there we have our user codes. That's how we're going to set user 03, 04, 05, and 06. Another of the secondary user codes is called a babysitter code, or user 07. And this babysitter code allows a babysitter or caregiver to disarm a system or arm a system. However, this code can only disarm a system if it was first armed by an 07. So let's take a look at how to set up a babysitter code. Okay, here we are back at the panel, and we're going to set up a babysitter code. If you remember, I just mentioned that babysitter code is otherwise known as user 07. So basically, we're going to do the same sequence that we did in the last user code section, but we're going to enter user 07. So we're going to do master code plus the 8 code key plus our user number, which is 07, plus the code that we want to use. So let's stick with that 7 theme and make it 7777, just for my ease of memory. So here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1, plus the code key, user number 7, and 7777. And there we've just set our babysitter code. So with that babysitter code, he or she can arm the system. They can also disarm the system if they are the ones that arm the system using that 07 code. The final user code we're going to talk about today is one I truly hope you never need to use, but it's a great defense to have set up just in case. And that's the duress code, or user number 08. And what that allows you to do is, in a situation of duress, say you're being held hostage, you can enter this duress code and it will act like a normal disarm code, but it will also send a silent emergency message to your central station. That is, assuming you are monitored by central station. So let's take a look at how to set one of those up. Here we are back at our L3000, and lastly we're going to talk about how to set up a duress code. Again, it's the same sequence as we've had in our last couple, except we're using user number 8. It's dedicated to the duress code. So kind of in our same scheme as our last code, let's use 8888. And for a duress code, you want to have something pretty simple like that. So we're going to enter our master code plus the code key, user number 08, and then our desired duress code, which is 8888. Ready? 4, 3, 2, 1, 808 8888. And we've just set 8888 as a duress code. And we'll test that.
Disarmed.
It disarmed the system. If we were centrally stationed monitored right now, it would be in an alarm state. Thanks for checking out the video today. I hope I've helped you understand user codes a little better. And make sure you check back with our other videos and our channel. And while you're there, why not subscribe so you don't miss any of the information. For alarmsystemstore.com, I'm Chris. Thanks.